there. Today we are in Los Angeles, California to put a long-standing rivalry to rest as we find out who's the best.
That's right, we're going to 2 restaurants to find out who created the best French dip sandwich.
So stick around for this meaty episode as we visit Philippe's and Cole's and find out who serves up the better French dip on this episode of James and Paul Try It All.
Before we start our French dip adventure, if you love food, fun, and travel, make sure to go ahead and give this video a like, subscribe to our channel, and hit that bell to stay up to date on all of our weekly episodes. It really helps us out.
Kicking off the video, we are going to start with Philippe's. Now, I have personally been here once many years ago, and it really was an amazing French dip sandwich. I can say with certainty that I'm going to be leaving with a butt ton of their famous hot mustard today. So I know I've been looking forward to this. I'm excited. Are you excited, baby?
I'm so excited. This is my first time.
Let's head inside and check them out. Oh, I'm gonna have to get a shirt. I am such a Philippe's fanboy and I haven't made it in like over a decade. I'm very excited to be here today.
Come back.
Thank you. I'm buying so much hot mustard. Hello. I'm good. How are you today?
Good.
Good. We are gonna do one beef dip, as soaking wet as you can make it, as well as a New York pastrami, also as soaking wet as you can make it. Both I think on the regular French roll. We're gonna do a cup of clam chowder.
A what?
A cup of the clam chowder, the New England clam chowder.
You want to cup chowder?
Yeah. Let's throw on one side a potato salad too. And probably just some soft drinks. Ooh, I would love a Coke.
Regular Coke?
Regular Coke. Alrighty, friends, we just sat down at Philippe's with our sandwiches, some clam chowder because it's Friday and that's their soup of the day, and I'm a sucker for some New England clam chowder, as well as a little potato salad because also sucker for potato salad, even though it's not Paul's favorite. But we've got the classic beef French dip sandwich here, looking super tasty, and then a pastrami dip sandwich. I've never had a pastrami dip. I'm looking forward to this. How about you?
I'm quite excited for
All
that.
right,
Actually,
let's,
I love pastrami.
Let's tuck in. So I think the easiest thing to do here is I'm going to take one side of the beef dip. I'll give you a side of the pastrami dip.
Perfect.
Now, before we dig in, I'm going to, and I highly encourage that if you visit Philippe's that you do the same, give it a good helping of their famous hot mustard. Now, Paul's not normally a mustard guy, or at least a hot mustard guy, but he's gonna try it too.
I'm gonna go ahead and give it a little bit on this side here.
So be careful, it has a bite.
Does it?
No, it does. That's why I love it. All right, let's do this.
Yeah, with a hot mustard, it's like wasabi.
Yeah. Clears your sinuses right now. Oh, the first time I ever came to Philippe's, I put so much hot mustard on my sandwich and took a huge bite, and I instantly just coughed and started crying. And my friends that were with me are like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yes, this is the best mustard I've ever had in my life." I'm gonna buy so much by the time we leave.
It is delightful though.
The beef dip is super beefy, delicious, hearty.
Oh yeah.
Nice, soft French roll. You know, a really good classic French dip sandwich, and I couldn't be more happy. How about yourself? What do you think? It's your first time.
I'm a huge fan of a French dip to begin with, but this is on a whole nother level. They're probably the best French dip I've had so far.
Now, unlike a lot of French dips, Philippe's dips the sandwich, or at least the bread, for you. They don't serve it with a side of au jus, which at first kind of threw me off, and I wasn't sure I was going to be a fan of, but honestly, I think it works because it makes it a little less messy.
Oh yeah.
And if you can have it single dip, double dip, or wet. I told them make it as wet as you can. I think she still went a little light, but I'm not angry at it. That being said, let's try the pastrami because I've never had the pastrami before. You know, give me that little bit of hot mustard
there's
there.
the hot mustard.
Yeah, you gotta have some hot mustard with pastrami. That's killer. That pastrami is delightful.
Yeah. That pastrami is...
You can taste all the pickling spices, the coriander. Wow, it has a great taste. And again, the mustard complements it well. Super tender, melts in your mouth. Either choice, the beef dip, the pastrami dip, awesome.
Yep.
Let's enjoy our sandwiches, then we'll move on to our sides. All right, moving on to our sides now. We've got some potato salad. Now, Paul is not normally a fan of mayo, but it looks like he's willing to give it a shot today. But I am a sucker for potato salad. Let's see how Philippe's holds up, because I haven't had it before.
And since I'm doing this for you viewers, I am going to give it a try.
Okay. Oh, it is creamy, potatoey. There's a nice little hint of dill and other.
I am getting the dill.
Yeah, I can if you taste a few other herbs in there. A little bit of onion. Nice little crunch to it too. I feel like there might be
a nice crunch. I would definitely say it's very refreshing.
It is.
So I'm surprised because this is not normally my thing.
There are several things in here that you don't like, pickles and mayo. And you don't like potato salad in general, so I'm surprised that you're going in for a second bite, which obviously means it's good. All right, now, let's check out the clam chowder.
I'm excited for this.
I'm excited. You can't have clam chowder, though, without oyster crackers. And they carry my favorite, the Westminster Bakers Company. This is one that you see pretty much in almost every seafood house in New England, especially in Massachusetts, where I'm from originally. So we're going to add some oyster crackers there. Boop. And then always a dash of...
Yes, you always need pepper.
Always need a dash of pepper for clam chowder. Now that I'm stirring it up, it's nice and thick. Beautiful.
It looks very creamy,
It's
too.
super creamy. Okay, let's do this. That's pretty darn yummy.
Yeah.
However, I will say that I feel like the clam flavor is not as intense as I expected it to be. The smell is actually a little bit stronger. All of them very creamy, delicious. Maybe I'm just biased. Let's go ahead and finish up our meal, and we'll see you guys at the next stop at Kohl's. Alrighty guys, we had a great time at Philippe's, but now we're on to their major competitor and rival, Kohl's French Dips, here in downtown Los Angeles. I'm excited to check them out and see if they even hold a candle to Philippe's. How about you?
I'm quite excited. This is going to be very interesting to see where they stack up.
Are you hungry for another French dip sandwich?
I'm about as hungry as I could ever be.
Alright, let's go ahead, head on inside, check them out, and put them to the test. Oh, what an interesting vibe. Okay. Alrighty guys, we have just sat down at Kohl's. I've placed our order at the bar, got a little number here for our order. To be as fair as possible, we ordered the beef French dip as well as the pastrami dip. So we want to, of course, make sure that we're leveling the playing field here against Philippe's. Now, I do want to note real quick before we go into the taste test that Kohl's is a bar and is 21 and up only. So that is important to keep in mind, that if you are coming to Kohl's and you are under 21, well, you're not going to get too far. Alrighty, our sandwiches have just arrived, and we have a little half sandwich each. We've got the classic beef French dip, as well as the pastrami dip. Alright, let's do this.
Let's do this. And of course, you got to make sure to dip it.
Now, Kohl's has their own mustard, the atomic mustard, which I'm very excited to try. I'm just gonna go straight for it. Give that a little spread around here. Oh, that is super horseradish.
You know I'm going to have to take a bite of that.
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, you're right. Sorry.
Oh, wow.
Well, you have to find out how the mustard is, so.
Let's take a dip.
Yep. Now, unlike Philippe's, they actually serve the jus on the side. They do not dip it for you, which is honestly normally the way I prefer it.
I prefer it that way.
I'm a self-service dipper. All right. You serve thoroughly soaked?
I am thoroughly soaked.
Thoroughly soaked. Let's do this.
Oh my god, that pastrami is good. Swap.
Oh my god. There is jus all over the place. I'm gonna put a little mustard on this one.
Yep.
I won't douse it so you don't have to.
Well, here goes nothing. The beef. Wow.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I think the beef one is my favorite between the two.
Yep.
The pastrami is good. I think the pastrami needs the hot mustard.
I feel the opposite. The pastrami is the better one.
Really?
Yes.
I don't know if I agree with that.
However, I'm also going to give a slight edge here. I definitely am going to give a slight edge here on the beef.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that the pastrami seasonings could be stronger in my opinion, but I like that really strong warming spices that come with pastrami. I'm pretty impressed with both these sandwiches.
I am too.
So if you find yourself in downtown LA, Kohl's is absolutely worth checking out. Again, as long as you're 21 or up. You young whippersnappers are not having these French dip sandwiches. How are the tater tots?
These tater tots are fried too perfectly.
Okay.
It's a perfect fry. And you can also dip them in the jus. Which is what I love to do.
I mean, the French fries are also really good. They've got a nice little kind of crispy coating on them. Give that a shot.
All right.
Super yummy, salty, delicious.
Oh my god, that's an amazing French fry.
Yeah, solid option.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a real hard decision to figure out who's the better French dip, Philippe's or Kohl's. I think we're gonna need to finish our sandwiches and then maybe deliberate once we get back to the hotel. So
Yeah.
stay tuned as we decide who serves the better French dip in Los Angeles, Philippe's or Kohl's. And just like that, we're back in our hotel room. I'm so happy that we got to visit both Philippe's and Kohl's. So let's start with you, Paul. What did you think?
I loved Philippe's for that classic deli feel. It was vintage. It had all your expected deli sides. Kohl's was great for just being a bar. It had that old 1920s vintage feel.
Yeah, not to mention a wonderful little kind of counterculture hipster vibe to it too. But that French dip sandwich was super yummy. They also had a really solid mustard as well in their atomic mustard. That being said, if it came down to one or the other for me, I think I still have to point out and say that Philippe's is my choice, but hear me out. This is mostly an accessibility issue. A, there's parking at Philippe's, where Kohl's does not have their own private parking area, which in downtown LA can be frustrating to park. Beyond that, Kohl's is a bar that only lets you in if you're 21 or up. So if you have anyone in your party who's under 21, they're not getting French dips at Kohl's. I love a classic deli feel. I thought Philippe's had really strong flavors, especially the pastrami.
However, if we were to determine who had the better overall French dip experience, I will actually have to side with James and say that for the accessibility, I'm going to have to give Philippe's that edge.
It also has longer hours too, whereas Kohl's does not open until 4 p.m. So that also makes things a little bit more difficult. But Kohl's is nothing to shrug at. It was a great sandwich, and the staff was super friendly and inviting. The place was absolutely charming. Did we decide who actually created the French dip? No. And I don't think anyone ever actually will. And everyone's opinion of what makes any type of food, it's very subjective. So it's hard to say whether our opinions are valid. But I encourage you viewers, if you are in the LA area ever, please check them both out. Philippe's and Kohl's are both exceptional sandwiches. And I think either one of them deserve the right to claim that they invented it.
And with that being said, if you enjoyed the content that we brought to you, please make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that bell notification so stay up to date on all of our upcoming adventures.
On that note, my friends, we hope you enjoyed the video as much as we enjoyed making it. Bye. Oh, that was so good. I've been dreaming of this place for 10 years. It was the last time I was here. And I made the mistake of not buying mustard last time and regretted it ever since. Thank you so much. Oh, that's your nails. Oh, that's always rough.